Web 2.0 and social networking are interchangeable terms that are used to describe interactive environments and communication strategies applied on the Internet. Web 2.0 is a general term applied to any website that reacts to the input and activity of its users, such as a blog, a MySpace profile, a forum, or a Squidoo lens. Social networking is best defined as the regular interaction of people for some common cause. Of course, there is really nothing new about social networking, and it's something many of us do every day offline, especially in schools or in the workplace. But as a marketing trend, this concept is growing more and more popular online. This is because unlike most high schools, colleges, or workplaces, the Internet is filled with millions of individuals who are looking to meet other Internet users and develop both business and personal relationships. There are many portals for social networking on the web. Social networking websites are pretty much communities of Internet users that can range from small and tightly focused portals to enormous groups of people who all have different backgrounds and interests. So a Web 2.0 resource or social networking site can exist on the basis of anything from hobbies, religion, education, business, or politics. And the idea behind getting involved in such a site is to meet new people who fit into one of two categories. 1. People who have something you need. 2. People who need something you have. There's a little more to it than this, of course, but the above two categories basically sum up the entire purpose of participating in social networking and Web 2.0 systems. You might be looking for someone with the missing element to your nearly completed Cajun recipe collection. Or you could be searching for new prospects to bring into your personal sales funnel. Whatever your goals are, the most important thing to do is just get involved. Join some social websites and begin reading the profiles or profile pages of other members, and even start contacting the people who meet the criteria of who you are looking for. Important, I do not recommend you join a social networking site and just start blazing away with your ads to the other members via the in-house private message system. Not only is this an extremely lame and amateur thing to do, it is quite likely to get you booted from the system. On a personal level, you are sure to enjoy the diversity offered by social networking sites. As I'm sure you already know, the Internet allows you to contact people from all over the world and from many different cultures. And since networking sites exist for the sole purpose of meeting and communicating with new people, the majority of folks who visit these sites are more than happy to meet and communicate with you. So these portals are a great way to learn a couple of things about other cultures. And of course, when we learn about the way other cultures outside of our own think, we are able to market more effectively to people within that cultural demographic. Social networking often involves grouping specific individuals or organizations together, so you can actually find Web 2.0 portals that are all about a specific subject, whether it's Okinawan karate or search engine optimization. But while there are a number of social networking websites that focus on particular interests, the majority do not. In fact, the biggest and most popular social networking sites typically have an open membership. This means that anyone can become a member, no matter what their hobbies, beliefs, or views are. However, once you are inside this online community, you can begin to create your own network of friends, thus eliminating others that do not meet your criteria. Something to think about, something I encounter a lot on the web, is a fear of online predators who are out to steal your identity or find out where you live and stalk you. I would like to suggest that the web is no more dangerous than the brick and mortar world in most cases. Sure, people seem more likely to flame you, call you names, etc. On the web because they feel safe behind their computer screen, but displaying your name and city through a networking site is probably less likely to end up with you being stalked and harassed by some maniac than hanging out at a local bar. Using social networking websites to promote your business. The goal of business owners is to make money. This often results with the selling of a particular product or service. However, to sell that product or service, business owners need to alert their target audience of its existence. Right. Customer cannot buy a product or a service if they don't know about it. Although social networking websites are traditionally focused on those that would like to make online friends or develop online relationships, there are networking sites that are designed for business owners. These websites will not only allow you to share your business information with other business owners, but will also allow you to develop close relationships with those that share an interest that is similar to yours. Essentially, this means that you could not only learn valuable business information, but you could also walk away with a new business partner or several new loyal customers. And let's be honest, even social networking sites that are not created to target business owners can be leveraged successfully because of the simple fact that large numbers of people visit these sites each day, and people love to buy stuff. So it's all really a simple matter of just getting involved and attracting to you the people who have an interest in the information, products, or services you want to share with them. Why social networking sites are so popular? It's no secret. Social networking sites have seen an explosion of popularity over the last year. Again, there is nothing new about networking as a means to grow your business. This is exactly why people join the local chamber of commerce and similar organizations. But the fact that the practice is now becoming so popular on the web is really exciting. It represents a shifting in the way internet users think, and a change in the way people are going to be finding what they are looking for in the years ahead. When is the last time you searched for something on one of the major search engines and ended up extremely frustrated with all of the irrelevant results? It happens to me a lot, but with some of the web too. Zero cites social bookmarking sites, for instance. A user can search a topic and find results based on how many other members have tagged or voted for a particular website. So instead of relying on faulty software algorithms to return search results, Web 2.0 interfaces are now giving us a glimpse of what it would be like if our web searches were based more on the human element. Also, social networking sites are easy to use and understand, even for people who are not highly web savvy. Anyone can join MySpace and set up a profile. For this reason, the number of people who flock to sites like MySpace, YouTube, etc., is only going to increase as more and more people become involved with the Web 2.0 systems. The number of people you can market to through these systems obviously grows, and you will be able to find an audience for any niche within these cyber communities. Due to the well-established profile system used by social networking sites, you can learn a little bit about a prospect before you ever make contact with them. If somebody looks like a good fit for the kind of information or products you are selling, you can simply invite them to be on your friends list so they can get a look at your profile and even follow links back to your website or blog. Without social networking websites, you would have to find and connect with internet users one at a time, often in chat rooms, and learn about their interests before deciding if they are a good fit for you. So social networking sites allow you to be more efficient by learning about another internet user before ever having to make contact with them. Another one of the many reasons why social networking sites are popular is because many are free to use. In fact, the majority of social networking sites, such as MySpace and Yahoo 360, are completely free, even if a Web 2.0 site is fee. They will require that you register your name and contact info, standard account creation protocol, with them. This registration will not only allow you to create your own profile page, but it will also allow you to contact other networking members. There are a few sites that charge a small fee to join or offer upgrade options that give more benefits to paying members. If you like a site and believe there is value being offered, you should invest in a paid membership, as doing so will encourage the growth of the community. What is nice about paid online social networking websites is that many can be considered exclusive. Since most internet users would not want to pay for something that they can get for free, most paid social networking sites are limited on the number of members they have. This may work out to your advantage because it tends to eliminate those who create fake accounts just for the purpose of spamming or flaming other members. Social networking websites focus on meeting new people. It's worth pointing out again that networking has been an integral part of business for centuries. The idea of meeting people and forming mutually beneficial relationships did not start with the World Wide Web, but thanks to the immense popularity of Web 2.0 concepts in the mainstream, we are entering an era where we can really take our networking to the next level and well beyond. So what's in this for you? Why should you bother with Web 2.0 marketing? Because of the enormous potential audience you can reach through sites like MySpace and Squidoo. It doesn't matter what your business sells. You will find people who have an interest in your product or service through social networking sites. The key, of course, is not to come on too strong and start blazing away with your ads right out of the gates. What you should strive to do is, 1. Join some good social sites with large or targeted memberships. 2. Set up your profile to let people know exactly who you are and what you're about. 3. Begin to make contacts by joining groups, inviting friends, making posts on the message boards, sending private messages, etc. Get involved and start meeting people who might have an interest in what you have to offer. 4. Build keyword-anchored links from high-ranked social sites back to your domains and blogs. This is an awesome free way to add punch to your SEO campaigns. Popular social networking websites. While all social networking websites have their own rules and restrictions, many websites operate in a similar way, with the same goals in mind. Their goals are to allow internet users to connect with other internet users, often from all around the world. There are many websites that are considered general websites. These websites do not really have any particular focus, but there are social networking websites that do have a particular focus. Those focuses often include dating, religion, business, and school. Here are a couple of suggestions I urge you to bear in mind when creating an account with a social networking site. Always use your real name. Think about it. Would you want to buy something from a person you know only as Cool Guy 77? Not likely. We're talking about real business networking in this report, so please act like a professional when you get out there, and your results will be far greater. Always add your photo. People like to have an image of the person they are meeting and talking with in their minds, and a picture is the obvious best way to help with this, and it adds credibility to your cause. Don't be one of the people who are too self-conscious or just plain scared to display their picture on the web. A clear photo of you on your profile page tells the world you are confident about who you are, and it will encourage others to have confidence in you as well. Listed below are a few popular social networking sites for you to check out. Orkut, Google's own networking site. Orkut is Google's version of a social networking website. This website was created and officially launched in 2004. Orkut has a large number of members from all around the world. What is nice about Orkut is that the system is easy to use once you get in. To protect their social networking communities, a large number of social networking websites, including Orkut, have restricted access to the site. If you are interested in joining Orkut, you must know someone who is already a member, and they must invite you to join the community. If you do not personally know anybody who is an Orkut member, ask them for an invitation. Classmates worth mentioning for personal interest. Classmates is an online social networking website that is rapidly increasing in popularity. This website focuses on connecting long-lost friends or old classmates. Classmates is free to use, but you must become a paying member to enjoy many of their member benefits. These benefits include, but are not limited to, searching for old classmates, reading their profiles, requesting more information from your classmates, or even contacting them. MySpace, the biggest networking site of all. MySpace is probably the most popular of all the social networking sites. They currently have over 100 million members. MySpace, like many other social networking websites, allows you to create your own profile. In fact, your own personal page. Once your page has been created, you can easily invite other members to become a member of your network and vice versa. In addition to having a traditional profile page with your personal information, you can also display a large number of pictures, video clips, and music clips. And MySpace is completely free to use. MySpace has literally taken the world by storm. This is because, in what seemed like no time at all, MySpace has grown to become one of the most popular websites in all of cyberspace. Almost everyone knows about this site. It's virtually a household name at this point, and while at one time it was believed to be a place for teenagers to share pictures and talk about the latest pop concert, recent studies have indicated over 50% of the users at MySpace are over the age of 30. Business people from every niche are now using MySpace to build their network of prospects and drive traffic to their business websites. The first step in joining this popular online social network is to register for an account. This can be done in a matter of minutes. Although you can view a number of different MySpace pages without registering, you can't fully interact without your own account. Registration will allow you to not only create your own MySpace page, but enjoy many of the other features that can be found on the site. Again, this service is completely free to use. Your profile page. Once you join MySpace, you can create your own profile page. Don't settle for the generic profile page they start you out with. You need to customize this profile right away so it looks different. Use the profile editor to change the colors, add background images and photos, and fill in your bio information. Then add plenty of good content, including pictures and links to your other websites, on your profile page. To make the experience easier, MySpace has a fairly large collection of profile templates. These templates not only have an impact on the background of your profile page, but the text fonts as well. In addition to using the pre-designed templates, you can also create your own, especially if you have basic knowledge of HTML. You can even purchase custom profile layouts or hire a pro designer to build you something really slick if you wanted. Remember, your MySpace profile is an extension of you in this cyber community, so you want it to be a great representation of who you are and why people would want to get to know you. Add your personality and don't just post a bunch of hype or business talk. Remember, people come to MySpace to find other people, so if you seem fake on your profile, you won't do well with this site. You can and should even post an autoresponder form right on your profile page and offer visitors a free gift for joining your newsletter. After you have created your own MySpace page, you can easily search for others. You can search for others with a wide variety of different keyword phrases. If you are looking for someone who lives near you, you can search for your town. If you are looking for someone who shares your love of animals, you can search for pet lovers. Once you have found the MySpace page of someone who you would like to become friends with, you can invite them to join your network. In addition to inviting others to join your network, there is a good chance that you will be invited to join others. This is the main benefit of being on MySpace. In addition to your customizable profile page, MySpace gives you a slew of other powerful options. Interaction. When you find a profile page or blog that you like, get involved. Post your comments on the profile or blog, and give the owner an invitation to join your network. Remember, you should avoid leading with a sales pitch. This is cheesy, unprofessional, and will alienate you from other users. Just be yourself and add friendly comments and greetings in an effort to attract like-minded people to you. Friends. The purpose of MySpace is largely to make contacts, and you do this by inviting other users to be on your friends list and accepting invitations from other folks in the system. Here's a great example of how this can be used to further your business cause. Let's say you are a wedding planner with a nice-looking profile on MySpace that links to your business site and blog. This networking site is teeming with young ladies who are about to get married. So you could invite literally hundreds of these users to be on your friends list. Of course, once they join your network, they will have the chance to sign up for your newsletter, view some photos of your portfolio, read your bio, and visit your website. In the above example, it is highly likely some of the people in your network will like what you have to offer, as long as you're not too pushy about it and become good customers. You can use the bulletin feature at MySpace to broadcast a message to your entire friends list. This can be an extremely powerful feature if used intelligently. You can offer free sample products to get folks in your network on your regular mailing list, inform them of special promotions, invite them to conference calls, and just about anything else you want to do with the bulletin feature. Your blog. MySpace will also provide you with a blog. This is great because you can post valuable content about your field on a regular basis and give other members some good reading material. It's vital that you provide good content because this is what will keep people on your blog actually reading. And if they like what you write, they are quite likely to invite you to a group or add you to their friends list. As with article marketing and blogging in general, when using your MySpace blog, you need to really show people that you know what you are talking about, or at least that your opinion is backed by good logic. Anytime you post content on the web, especially on a high-traffic site like this, your credibility is on the line, so be sure to do a great job in providing readers with material that will compel them to regard you as someone who is knowledgeable in your niche. Classified ads. MySpace will also let you post classified ads. Of course, your response will depend greatly on the quality of your ad, and frankly, I would not expect a flood of traffic from this, as most people don't want to read ads in the first place. But it is an option, and it takes only a few minutes to post. Forums and groups. MySpace is filled with forums and groups on all topics. This is a great opportunity for meeting new people in your niche, and using something as simple as a signature link at the bottom of an intelligent post to drive quality traffic to your offer. Remember, though, to really take advantage of these groups and forums, you want to honestly get involved. Contribute valuable content to the conversations and start your own discussions. You want to become a member of the group that other users like. Of course, You will see a ton of ads being posted in these forums. And how do you react when you see these ads? Exactly. And that's how people will react if you go in and start posting ads right away too. So start by joining the group and the discussions, and integrate your promotions when an appropriate opportunity appears. If the group you have joined is targeted to your niche, and you have something of value to them, the chance to tell them about it will arise. If your product or service has an affiliate program, you can even contact the group leader and ask them if they would like to promote it to the group in exchange for a nice commission. This way, you don't come across as a pushy salesperson. In fact, people expect group leaders to promote products to them. On that note, you might even want to start your own group. Once you have a good-sized network, why not just form your own group and start drawing people into this? An active MySaps group could easily become the top of your sales funnel. Squidoo Authority site, and my personal favorite. Squidoo is a social site that is known as an authority portal. In many ways, it's like Wikipedia, only far more interactive. Squidoo is made up of lenses, content pages, that are created by members on a wide array of topics. This Web 2.0 resource is especially good for business people because it's all about learning and sharing content. Squidoo is a little more highbrow than most social networking sites. What I mean is this portal is all about sharing and gaining knowledge, so the average visitor quality is very high. There are two big reasons you should join the site. 1. Squidoo lenses often come up high in the search results of the major engines because the site is well optimized, and the lenses tend to be very keyword relevant. So if you have a good lens, a searcher could find you even if you don't have a well-optimized site of your own. 2. Many people come to Squidoo every day in search of quality information. This type of internet user is far more likely to end up making a purchase than a person who is just looking to socialize. Once you register with Squidoo, you should immediately create your first lens. You are allowed up to 5 lenses per account, so you can actually create portals for multiple ventures if you like. Think of a good title for your lens, as this will be part of your Squidoo URL. After your title, you will be able to create a description, which should be at least a few paragraphs of good material explaining what your lens has to offer. Look these lenses over to get a feel for how you can set yours up. I use them to capture traffic that is targeted to the appropriate niche and drive them to my business sites and blog. Important things to add to your lenses are a picture and a good bio. Don't just leave the generic bio. Take the time to add a few paragraphs about yourself and why people should trust your content. As you will see, a Squidoo lens is made up of many modules. You can easily add text modules that let you enter articles, and you can upload photos with each article. The text module will be the base of your lens, so be sure to add plenty of these. Plus, you can add Amazon and eBay modules that display products and auctions relevant to the niche your lens is about, and you'll get a commission on any sales that result from your displaying these product and auction links on your lens. You can even add video or links from your social bookmarking sites. There are plenty of options, but 2 things I definitely recommend in addition to your text modules are the RSS modules and the link modules. The RSS module allows you to plug in the RSS feed from your blog. So each time you post on your blog, your Squidoo lens will be updated. This will keep fresh content coming into your lens, create links back to your blog posts, and bring targeted traffic from Squidoo to your blog. And the link module, of course, allows you to post links to your favorite resources. You can give your link module a title like, "Check out my websites for more quality information," or "Have a look at some more cool resources," or whatever. and then add the links to all of your sites, blogs, e-zines, and affiliate programs. This will generate quality visitors to your sites and give you link backs from a high PR site to help with your SEO. In addition to your lens modules, Squidoo gives you the options of commenting on other lenses, adding other lenses to your lens roll, links list, and joining groups or inviting other Squidoo members to join your friends' network. Bear the same general rules in mind that were covered in the My Space section above when interacting with other Squidoo users. I believe Squidoo is set to explode in the near future. There are already many thousands of users there. And since most of these people are either in business or honestly looking for answers and solutions, the caliber of people you can meet through this social site is superb. YouTube Visual Networking. YouTube is the premier video networking site on the web. This site is all about sharing video clips with other users. You can upload your own videos and watch clips added by other users and rate these videos. This site receives millions of monthly visitors, is said by many to be a real competitor in the broadcast advertising arena, even compared to network television, and was called the invention of the year by Time magazine in 2006. It's safe to say this resource is hot. In fact, many top marketing analysts predict online video will be the #1 form of internet promotion during 2007. Think about that for a second. Makes you want a piece of the action, huh? I wanted to touch on this resource for obvious reasons, but the truth is YouTube is an entirely different animal that deserves its own report. And I've set up a great way for you to get a top-selling report on leveraging the power of YouTube for $60 less than the regular retail price. You'll even get full resale rights to the report. Click here to take advantage of this special deal. Other networking sites of interest. In addition to the sites above, there are many other social networking sites worth checking out. The number of sites you join really depends on how much time you want to put into this strategy. 3 websites that have a good member base and are completely dedicated to business networking are Rise, Business Entrepreneur Network, and Focus for the Future. All of these sites are quite similar and have a MySpace sort of feel to them. You can set up your profile pages and blogs, post classifieds, invite people to join your network, and participate in groups. Check out each of the above sites and see which ones are a good fit for you. You won't know which social networking communities work within your personal strategy until you join and have a look around, so take action on this and measure your results. Social bookmarking sites. In addition to networking sites, there are many websites that are designed for the sole purpose of sharing links with other internet users. These resources are called social bookmarking or tagging sites, and they can be a great way to drive targeted traffic to a number of websites. Social bookmarking is exactly what the name implies. It's a way for users to store their bookmarks or favorite links online, and in most cases publicly, hence the social. Why would you want to do this? 2 reasons. 1, most bookmarking sites have a high Google page rank, making them great sites to link to your sites from for SEO purposes. 2, more people are turning to social sites like this to find resources they are looking for. And once you add your sites, other users can see it, and if they like what they see, they will add some or all of your links to their list. This could mean big traffic. This is a simple process. You just register with a good bookmarking site and then start adding your favorite links to your list. Most bookmarking sites require you to download a toolbar that allows you to instantly add a site to your list as you cruise the web. And of course, your first step after registration would be to add all of your personal web pages and blog posts to your list. Note I said all of your pages and posts. Don't just bookmark your home page and leave it at that. Really leverage these resources by adding all of your pages for the world to see. Something you should seriously consider when you have a good selection of sites bookmarked on the web is finding other people. Perhaps some of the contacts you are now making via social networking sites. To join you in a bookmarking network, here's how this would work. You find 10 other people with websites they want to drive traffic to and form a network. Then all of you agree to bookmark each other's websites using the top social bookmarking sites. Ideally, once a handful of people bookmark your sites, others will jump on the bandwagon and start visiting your sites and adding them to their lists. Pretty soon, you can have lots and lots of people checking out your site, joining your mailing lists, and even buying your products. There are a number of good social bookmarking sites to choose from. Here are 3 of the most popular which I highly recommend you join and start using right away. Check these out and get registered. Also, there are 2 other sites I'd like you to keep in mind. Dig is a news site that works very much like a bookmarking site in that it is user-fueled. You'll see when you land on the page a number of new stories that were posted by members and then dug by other members. You'll find dig buttons on Squidoo lenses and blogs all over the web, and now you know why. This is a heavily trafficked site, and having your article dug by its users is a great way to brand yourself and drive traffic to your site. To dig one of your web pages or blog posts, all you do is, once you have an account, enter a title, short description, and add your link. Then select a category and confirm your submission. If you submit something interesting, other users will come across the story and dig it as well. A word of caution here, do not post spammy adverts on this site, or you will be flamed and even marked as a spammer for all to see. Only use Dig to bookmark quality articles and stories from your blog and other web pages. You should also know that Dig places the nofollow tag on all outbound links, so it's worthless as an SEO tool. Use this site only to brand yourself and drive traffic. Only Wire calls itself the only bookmarking service you'll ever need, and for good reason. This site is a hub of sorts that allows you to use one interface for bookmarking your pages on 16 social portals. I recommend signing up at Only Wire and joining each program listed there. Then you can simply add a special link to your favorites and use that link in the future to bookmark a page on all of the sites listed with Only Wire. However, don't be surprised if you find some of the sites you try to join through Only Wire are down. Just skip them and go on to the next one. Although you will have to enter something in the field for each site, so if you find one that is offline, just enter a generic username and keep going. Using social networking websites to promote your blog. A blog is the perfect tool for integrating your Web 2.0 and social marketing strategy. The whole purpose of a blog is to document your thoughts, views, and opinions on a particular topic, issue, or subject, and to solicit comments from your readers and drive traffic to your other sites. Plus, a good blog will put more money into your pocket. Blogs are really the pioneer tools of the current Web 2.0 craze. They are dynamic social websites that allow user interaction, comments, and ping-backs. In general, people who like social sites will also like reading and posting to blogs. A couple of obvious ways to promote your blog via Web 2.0 are simply placing links to your blog on your profile pages and lenses and plugging your RSS feeds into your social networking portals. But there are also some really good social sites that are geared exclusively for bloggers. There are 2 in particular that I use and highly recommend. In fact, if you do nothing else discussed in this report, you should at least start a blog on your own domain and start using these 2 blog networking sites right away. Technorati is an RSS directory at its most basic level, but it is without a doubt one of the most powerful sites on the web for driving targeted traffic back to your blog. Many internet users search Technorati for blogs on specific subjects, and a lot of people who come here are bloggers themselves. When another user comes across your blog, they can add it to their favorites, link to it, or subscribe to your RSS feed. This alone will generate a substantial amount of free, highly targeted traffic for your blog. Once you register your free account with this service, you should immediately claim your blogs. This is Technorati Talk for adding your blogs to their search and RSS directory. You'll be able to give your blog a title and description and enter the tags or categories you post about on your blog. The great thing about this is each time you make a post on your blog from here, forward a keyword-optimized link to your post will appear on the Technorati site. It's no mystery why I love this site. If you own a blog and don't use Technorati, you are missing out big time. And if you don't own a blog, I'm speechless, to be honest. You need to get that squared away immediately. You can get a search engine-friendly blog installed and hosted on your own domain at a great rate through this service. My Blog Log is an awesome blog directory that allows you to list your blog and personal profile, and to build a network of friends, rate other users' blogs, etc. So it has all the bells and whistles you want from a social networking site, but it's only for blogs. And it's an active community of smart characters who know what they are looking for. Your profile page contains some basic stats to show how much traffic you are getting, how many people in your network, and more. But the best thing about this program is the Recent Readers widget. You can place a small piece of code in your sidebar to show the world how many people from my blog log have recently viewed your blog. This will display as a small box full of the pictures of all the recent visitors who have come to your site from my blog log. When used on your blog, this acts as the kind of social proof the herd mentality responds well to. Hey, a lot of people read this blog, so the author must know their stuff. But the real beauty of this widget is how you can use it when it is placed on other people's blogs. As you browse the My Blog Log directory and visit sites from your search results or friends network, you will note that most of the blog owners have the Recent Readers widget installed somewhere on their blog, which means every time you visit one of these blogs, your picture will appear in that Recent Readers box, and your picture will link directly back to your profile page, which of course links directly back to your blog. Cue evil laughter here. So you can actually generate traffic for your blog by the simple act of surfing and reading other people's blogs. Is that awesome or what? I want to stress a final time that if you take nothing else from this report, please go out right now and register for Technorati and My Blog Log. And if you don't already have your own blog, host it on your own domain, drop everything at once, and make this priority number 1. Closing thoughts. The contents of this report have given you a solid overview of what Web 2.0 is really all about, and a few proven ideas for how you can start putting your own social networking plan together right now. Like almost everything else about the internet, it's nowhere near as hard as most people make it sound. As a general rule, people tend to make things sound more difficult, so they can get away with charging large sums of money for a product that will fix the inflated problem. So my final advice to you is to get started doing something you learned in this book right away, and plan to spend a specific amount of time over the next month getting your feet wet with social marketing practices. Even if it's just setting up a simple MySpace profile or launching a real blog on your own domain. Try some of the things you've read about here and look for new material to study. Then see where all of this takes you, to your ultimate success.